And in a very, very warm, very, very hot, sweltering day in the UK. Oi, oi, it's your boy, the UK's finest, bringing you the hot hitting takes, bold predictions, a straight up banner from across the pond. Welcome to where the bell never stops ringing, the People's Wrestling Podcast. So make sure you go ahead, like, share, and subscribe. Get those comments in, get those predictions in when we get to them. Late, so my apologies for late starting. I'm a little bit tired. The heat and my back is absolutely killing me. We'll get to why shortly here. But of course, I'm never alone. I never come alone. My tag team partner is here. He's ready and waiting to get down to predicting, get down to some talking. And here he is, the man himself. He is Marcus.
Shatter the glass and kick some ass. Let's go.
And how are you today on this Saturday morning for you?
I'm all right. You know, just another day in the greatest country in the world.
Yeah, can't well. You got a lot. Excuse me. You got a lot of good stuff over there in the US. But yeah,
it's the best. Oh,
please don't have the horrible weather we do. So there's that. But yeah. Very quickly, a big, massive weekend of wrestling. Not one, not two, not three. Well, 4 shows coming at you. Of course, I will be doing 3 watch-alongs, giving my thoughts about All In. I'll probably watch All In tomorrow. We'll see. Anyway, do make sure to like, subscribe, get all the comments in, get your predictions in for the 4 shows coming up this weekend. But we're going to kick off here, of course, with this right here. What's cooking at the table? So, Marcus, I'll come to you first. What have you been up to since last week?
I mean, I'm still on summer break from teaching, so a whole lot of whatever I want to do. I got into some different content making yesterday, which is it was intriguing. It was definitely different than what I usually do, but I loved it. It was really fun. You know, my healthy eating, going to the gym, playing some basketball, skateboarding, you know, all the different stuff.
Yes. So, as always, in the description below, there it is on screen. Food and drink review. Go and check out his channel. Certainly his latest video, which I thought was really cool, really great. You know, like as you've seen, different content, making a sidecar drink. It's a drink I've never heard of, but
it's a cocktail.
I don't really drink cocktails, but
you got it. I mean, you're much more of a beer guy, but I would try. I would think. I mean, I would. I don't know Europe for being a cocktail kind of continent either.
I drank mojito, if you count that as a cocktail.
That is a cocktail. Yes, that's a cocktail.
And it's nice on a day like this for refreshing. So yeah. But yeah, so if you go and check out his latest video, drop comments, let him know what you think, like, share, maybe get comments in of what you would like to see, maybe you can feedback, comments. Go and help Marcus out. His channel is right there. But yes, what have I been up to? Let me just change that back and I'll keep it up until we come to move the next 7 here, which of course is news and headlines. But so what have I been up to? Like I said, I unfortunately hurt my back walking my dog. Went down a hill, fell, slipped. I thought it was something and nothing. Continued to go to the gym like a complete idiot, and now it's killing. Went to the doctors. They think I might have fractured or broken something, so we'll have to go to the hospital on Monday. And yes, But here I am anyway doing this for you guys. So yes. Did go to my Crown Green bowling thing. That was cool. Only been to the gym once this week, and that's all it's gonna be. Did make this, damn it, a bee house at the men's shed I've started going to. And also made, you don't need to see all of these, I'll just show you one, guys. They're all the same. The cards, half enough match cards for the 4 shows this weekend. And that's it. There was like a local summer fair with a local church to me today. Went down, had a very quick look, but yes. So that's really all I've got. That's all I've been up to. We've got more of the same coming up. We'll take a rest from the gym. But yes. What have you got coming up next week, Mark? But then in this next week, what have you got coming up?
Next week, look at my schedule. I'm gonna be out and about next Saturday. Out about, partying, having a good time. This Thursday, I gotta represent my fraternity at another convention, and yeah, that's at least what I got on tap for next week.
Good. And imagine more content coming out on your channel. So if people want to head over right now, it's always in the description. I'll play an ad later on here. But yeah, go and check it out. Let me know what you think. Smash that bell, turn on notifications. And yeah, but let's get to the next segment here, of course, which is... So let me find it. And it is this one right here. I'm waiting for you, Marcus, to announce it.
Pull out your phones, get out your email, turn on your TV. It's time for the news.
That is right. So 2 news stories this week. And they are, firstly, give me a second. One second. Let me find the picture. They are. Giving you suspense here. So yes, Shane. Give me 1 second. Oh God. There it is. Wrong one. Jesus. People messaging me, so it's screwing my phone up. There we are. Right. So I know the news doesn't keep you waiting like this, guys, but my apologies. So yes, Shayna Baszler has returned to WWE as a producer. Marcus, first of all, your thoughts on this?
So I think it's a really good thing because it allows Shayna to get to a different part of the business. I'm sure the thing is, and I think this is probably something that a lot of people didn't expect. But Shane, I mean, obviously, it looks like Shayna knows how to put together a match. I think that's a good thing for her as far as her career goes. It allows her to be away for a while also not being away for a while. If that makes sense, and allows her to sharpen another aspect of her career, being a producer. I mean, there's been many great wrestlers who have become producers or road agents, and now Shayna's just one of them.
Yeah. Well, see, she's never cut. Can she cut? She's never ever cut a promo ever that I thought, oh, that was really good. She'd never even cut an okay promo. She's good in the ring, but on the microphone, absolutely awful. A charisma of a brick wall. But yeah, obviously, you've got a mind for the business. That's why they've brought her back. So and Sterling, 2073, the WWE microphone. That's hilarious. Well, of course, yes. Why not? Continue to get those comments in, Sterling. But we go to the next news story here, and let's hope the picture actually works this time. And that news story is really no shocker to this one. And that's this news story right here. WWE Evolution low ticket sales. Yes, no shocker. Did anybody actually really want this? I don't know. I know people say, oh, after the first one, no, there needs to be a second one. Does there really? It's been so thrown together. None of the matches, well, two has a storyline, the rest are thrown together. You're bringing in Trish Stratus, who's 50 over everybody else. And he's just purely to take attention away from AEW. So really no shocker that this or anything else, Great American Bash, Saturday as main event, haven't sold out. Saturday as main event with Goldberg in Atlanta hasn't sold out. And is this really going to make a dent in that 3.7 billion? Probably not at all. Anyway, your thoughts, Marcus, about Evolution not selling out?
I think one of the things that's difficult to do is sell women's wrestling sometimes. I obviously, this has not been a good year for WWE as a whole. And to make it a single gender pay-per-view has also, shown that this has not been a good year for WWE at all. The WWE women's division, main roster women's division is not the best. The NXT women's division is the better one, but once again, this is not. If this was an NXT PLE, this would actually, I think it would do better numbers, but it'd be in a smaller arena. But it's in the State Farm Arena, which is where the Atlanta Hawks play. The Atlanta Dream play. It's a basketball arena, and it's not sold out. I mean, like you said, a lot of the stuff is slapped together. It just hasn't been a good year for WWE. It's hard to sell people on women's wrestling. I mean, we still live in a misogynistic world, low key. I mean, where people still want to see bra and panties matches over seeing women wrestle. Which, for those people that want to see bra and panties matches over women's wrestling, my advice to them is to go touch some goddamn grass. All right, like the bra and panties matches are things of the past, and honestly, they should never happen then. I'd rather see my women actually, wrestling, performing, versus them just ripping each other's clothes off. Like, that's just me. Once again, if you feel that way, if you feel like you want to see a bra and panties match versus them actually wrestling, go touch some damn grass.
Well, yeah,
but it's just a difficult time.
They were trying to strip each other off. Like, we know who booked him, we know why he booked it, but doesn't mean we have to like it. Well, yeah, I can't think of a good brand. They weren't meant to be good. They were meant to be what they were, but I can't think of a good brand panty. Oh, that one was good. No.
For good.
Like, didn't they have a lingerie pill? I remember that lingerie pillow fight at WrestleMania 20. Was it Ash Sable and Ashley versus the Ashley Sable and Tori was in the match? I don't know, there was somebody else in it, but I remember that. I think that was at Mania 20. Again, I didn't really pay much attention to these matches, so like I said, we know who booked it and we know what kind of person he is, so it was to satisfy him and nothing else. I want to see Brian Pettis. That's what he was like. And also with Evolution not selling out, are they now going to look at this and think we never ever doing a third one ever? Like, I can't see him looking at this and thinking, oh, this was a success.
I mean,
he what Triple H has to say on the press conference. So for those that don't watch the press conferences, maybe tune in to see what Triple H has to say and how he's going to cover himself. And because he's not sold out, what can he say? But yeah, I don't think they ever do a third one. Unfortunately,
I think they will do a third. I feel like the more women's wrestling is normalized, the bigger it will become. But you also have to build it, right? Like you can't just slap shit together and think it's gonna work. That's why I said this year has not been a good year for WWE as a whole. This year, to be fair, has been shit for WWE.
Well, money wise, they're better than ever, but booking wise, yeah, awful.
Yeah.
Like I said to you before we went live, NXT is good. And for those that don't watch Evolve is good. Well, Speed is just a match, so how can you screw that up? SmackDown, I think he's hit and miss. Raw's awful, but SmackDown's hit and miss. But I don't think the pay-per-views have been bad. They haven't put on a bad pay-per-view at all. But it's just if bits are good, great. Well, that's great. They've done something good. If they haven't, well, they it comes down to money. They don't care if it's not good. Why do they care? They're getting paid off USA Network, CW Network, Netflix, YouTube, etc., etc., etc. They don't care. So if it's not good, both if it's not good, don't watch it. Their attitude. But really, really quickly, before we move on. So yeah, with Evolution, like the battle royal is just a battle royal. It's got a stipulation which is cool, but Rhea and Io got made not like that. Io comes out, I want to challenge her. Here comes Rhea, and that no storyline, just a match made. Trish, Tiffany, no story. There is a story with the three women: Becky, Lyra, Bayley, Naomi, Jade. Definitely, there's a story there. The women's fatal four-way, definitely not. And then JC Jordan. There wasn't a story, but now they're creating one. So okay, I guess.
Like I said, the NXT women's division is the best division in wrestling. And the fact that they have more of a story than Trish and Tiff and Rhea and Io tells you everything that you need to know.
Yeah. It is what it is, I suppose, as they say, but
yeah.
Okay, we'll move on to the next segment quickly here. But not before that, I will play an ad, and here it is for you guys out there watching right now. Here it is. And I completely covered that up. So let me play that. I'll play that again without covering it up. Let me take that. It's at the bottom. It's at the bottom. Take that off and play again, I think. Right, sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. So here it is again. So here we are. Yes, Protein Tees, Goldman's one. Head over. The weather's getting very, very warm, very, very hot. Go out, represent T-shirt weather as Marcus and I wearing T-shirts. T-shirt weather. Go and purchase Protein Tees, Goldman's one, or at least getting the name shade out there. As we move on to segment number 3 here, all about the red carpet. So let me quickly get this done. That is right, movie talk. So 4 movies I've watched. Let me quickly get through those. And they are these right here. So Heads of State, great movie. Cena's getting really good at these movies. Highly recommend it. Very, very funny, very, very good. The second movie I've watched, because I sit and watch anything, so Dora and the Search for Sol Dorado. This was okay. The Old Guard 2 again was okay. I think it involved too much thinking. I like a film that's just straight up action or straight up comedy. And the fourth and final movie, the brand new Jurassic Park, Jurassic World Rebirth. Good, but I think that should be the last one. So, are you a fan of the Jurassic Park movies, Marcus?
No, I never watched one before.
Fair enough. No, have you not seen the first one now?
Never seen them.
Okay then. First one's really good. Very good movie. But let's move on, because belts need to be defended. Championships on the line. The ring is set up because it can only be this right here. That is right. Somewhere. It's somewhere. Where is it? There it is. Wrestling Roundup. So of course we start with you guys know, and it is AEW the go home to All In later on today, 8 p.m. for you guys here in the UK. So Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher, defeated Brody King and Bandido. It builds momentum for Fletcher, so that's cool, I suppose. Ricochet is now in the gauntlet match by defeating Christian Blake. Megan Bain is also in the women's gauntlet match by knocking off Delka, Tay Mello, and Queen Amanita. And then your main event, Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, and the Young Bucks defeated and beated Hangman Adam Page, Will Ospreay, Shia Butter, and Will Powerhouse Hobbs. Again, okay, I'll say just above a job, or at least it was leaving people momentum heading into All In. Anything to add for AEW, or shall I move right on straight on to Raw?
Oh, just going to Raw.
Yeah, then. So for Monday Night Raw, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Paul Heyman came out. At least he had a theme going on throughout the night, so that was good. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Kairi Sane knocked off Roxanne Perez. Ugh. Roxanne Perez constantly losing all. Again, I've said it before, I'll say it again, she loses all the time now, even as champion. Oh, God. Okay. Braun Breaker destroyed and beated and killed and sent packing Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn going to be out indefinitely. So now, after 2 months, and now starting to make the faction look strong. The faction has still got no name. Your thoughts on Roxanne being beaten by Kairi Sane and Braun Breaker going over Sami Zayn?
I mean, Roxanne got to take these pins for now, I guess. Sammy being out, I don't know. To be honest, it's hard for me to comment on Raw without watching it. It's just really tough.
Fair enough. So I'll just okay then. Right, Becky Lynch came out. Lyra did. Bailey did. Brawl. Now we know they've got a triple threat tomorrow night. Jey Uso won by DQ against Bronson Reed. Okay, neither man looked weak, but neither man looked strong either. Again, he's just whatever. El Grande Americano knocked off Dragon Lee.
Gracias.
This was nothing. This was just to get him on TV.
Good. Everybody deserves some Monday Night El Grande.
So your thoughts on Jey over Bronson by DQ and El Grande taking the win?
I mean, the DQ doesn't really do much because of the DQ. But who doesn't love seeing El Grande Americano on TV? I mean, once again, in y'all faces, for those of y'all that thought Chad Gable and El Grande was the same person, I've been telling y'all, and y'all don't listen to me.
And this brand, this El Grande Americano is much better than the original. I don't know. No, maybe he's not. I don't know. No idea. Anyway.
It's the same guy. What's wrong with y'all?
How's he grown 6 inches then? How's he done that?
I mean, it's obvious that he still was young. You know when you're young, you can grow up. You can keep growing, right?
And his muscles aren't as big as they once were.
He stopped working out. He started doing more cardio.
And his tattoo's not on his neck anymore. Where's his tattoo gone?
It was a temporary tattoo.
Okay. Gunther comes on out and talks about no surprise. Goldberg actually shows up. Takes Gunther out. Goes for a spear. Gunther rolls out. So this actually hypes up the match. So there's that. And in your main event, Seth freaking Rollins goes to win against Penta, then LA Knight, BFT, to Rollins. There you go, there's Raw. Dark match, and that's me being generous. Your thoughts of showing up again and Rollins beating Penta?
Man, I tell you, I wish the writing for Raw was better, but you know what it is? And this is just my opinion. The USA Network would never allow Raw to be this bad. And I know, and there's probably some bad Raws in the USA Network's history, but Raw on Netflix has been really bad lately. And to be honest, it's been really bad since they got on there, from what I've heard. And
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like it's going to change, and it's a shame.
Out of 7.5 months, four Raws have been good. That's it.
That's not good.
And even those haven't been brilliant, but they've been better than most weeks.
Yeah.
And you would think that Raw's the absolute best because it's harder to find. And Netflix offers a free month, many great movies, series, wrestling, boxing, etc., etc. Lots of stuff to watch on Netflix. And people are like, nah, we don't want that for free. So they could get Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Great American Bash, and Evolution for free. And people are like, nah.
I once again, I blame the deal that WWE has with Netflix for Raw being so bad. Because, like I said, when it was on cable TV, it Raw didn't reach this level of bad. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, SmackDown, we'll get into SmackDown. SmackDown's no more better, but
It's also been a shitty year for WWE as far as still quality goes.
I think them going back to 2 hours has actually hurt them. But we'll get into it. So NXT, so I'll say his name. He appears. Joe Henry scores a win against Wesley. Build momentum for next week's Slammiversary. Ricky Saints won a gauntlet match. Okay, cool. Vanity product shouldn't really be losing, but it is what it is. Your thoughts on both of those?
I mean, say his name, he appears. Got to build that momentum up to Slammiversary. So that's obviously that's a good victory for a good Scotsman and Joe Hendry. I mean, Ricky Saints won a match. That's what's up.
Charlie Dempsey, Ben Sinclair threw in the towel, making Charlie Dempsey win. I like that because you're not making either guy look weak, and that's the out. And Ben Sinclair made the decision. Good booking. Take note, Triple H. This is how you book a match. As we know, Joe Henry beat Wesley last week. Right, that's last week's. Because this week, Joe Henry and Mike Santana beat the High Rise. That's what happened. So I've put down last week's results like an idiot.
I told you about the damn script, man.
So yes, so Charlie Dempsey. Let's start again. Charlie Dempsey over Tavian Heights and Joe Henry and Mike Santana over the High Rise. Your thoughts on those two?
I like the Charlie Dempsey and Tavion Heights match. I like the fact that Brendan Sinclair had to throw in the towel because we already know Tavion Heights was not going to tap out. So I did like that match. And what was the other thing you said?
Joe Henry and Mike Santana over the High Rise.
Oh yeah, that was a good match too. It built momentum towards Slammiversary.
Yeah, I agree on both. Both of those I agree with. Yoshiki Nomura came out Obafemi did. Josh Briggs cut a promo. Brawl builds up Great American Bash later on today. Laney Reed came up short against Kalani, but she took it to Kalani. She many times I thought you were going to get the win, and that's how it should be. That's how it should be. You shouldn't be always predictable. Your thoughts on the women's match and the Yoshiki Oba promo?
The women's match. What was the women's match again?
Kalani Jordan, Laney Reid.
Oh, Laney Reid is getting better and better each and every week. But Kalani pulled it out.
Oba and Yoshiki promo, and then Josh Briggs.
That was a good promo. It's about honor and everything, but Oba, struck a chord with when he struck Josh Briggs. I mean, Josh Briggs kind of started it too, so it's gonna be all right. That was a compelling, little piece of work right there.
Hank and Tank, honk honk, still your NXT Tag Team Champions over the culling. And then to end NXT, Ava in the ring, many women came out, Fatal Influence, Jonah Grace, Lash Legends, Stephanie Vakir, Natalia, Maxine Dupree, Lola Vice, Candice LeRae, Zelina Vega, Izzy Dame, Julia, Tatum Paxton, Ivy Nile, Brawl to end the show. Good NXT, I'll say. Opener. So your thoughts on Hank and Tank retaining and then the brawl at the end with all the women?
The Hank and Tank match, kind of a sleeper. I didn't really like it too much. The women brawling at the end was actually pretty cool. That was actually pretty good. Once again, a great way of building Evolution. That was actually a good way of building Evolution. Having all the different women come out, Vic is hilarious. When Stephanie's music came on, and Stephanie walked out, and Vic asked Book, he's like, "Book, are you okay?" Book was like, "I'm doing all right." It was great. It was great because like I said, obviously NXT is the best. NXT is the best show that WWE has running right now. And that small little bit was hilarious because as soon as our music came on, I was like, "Oh, I know Booker T's going crazy right now. I know Book is going wild right now." And it was just cool to see women from all the brands, coming out and elevating the women's battle royal a little bit more.
Your rating for this week's NXT?
I'm gonna give it mid-card.
We'll speed right through the next one. Sol Ruka defeating Alba Fire, still your Speed Women's Champion. That was done very quickly. Opener. The show that evolves everything. So, Timothy Thatcher win by DQ against Keanu Carver. Okay. They're making Keanu Carver look like a monster, which I like. Chantel Monroe defeats Mason Holiday, cuts a promo. Kylie Ray comes out, and then Tyra May Steele, the women's LFG winner, which I think is really cool. She's got nothing for her on NXT. Why not? And this puts eyes on Evolve. So great decision. Contract signing with Lindsay Dorado and Jackson Drake. And then Kelly Armstrong retains against Natalia Gintala, revealed as the attack. They had an attacker on it on Evolve. Gintala got revealed as it. Sorry. Opener. And let's go to Smacky D's. So LA Knight. Yeah. Come on out. Paul Heyman did. Solo Sikoa did. Jimmy Uso made the save. Nick Aldis made a match for later on. In Fatal 4-Way Women's Action, Alexa Bliss knocked off Sol Ruka, Kairi Sane, and Roxanne Perez. Your thoughts on both? So the opening promos and Alexa Bliss getting the win.
I mean, I didn't watch SmackDown either. I can't comment really about the promo. I didn't even see it. What was the match?
Alexa Bliss saw Ruka Kara saying Roxanne Perez fail forward.
And who won?
Alexa.
I don't know what it's building towards, but that's cool for Alexa and her win-loss record.
Yeah, builds. Yeah, the only promo you didn't miss anything. It was just more of the same. And then, yeah, good win for Alexa. Would it have hurt Sol to get the win? Probably not. But then I suppose they were just shipping.
I don't think Sol should have got the victory.
And then that was the right call. Then we got new SmackDown or WWE Tag Team Champions in the way at 6. Okay. Cool for Dexter and obviously cool for Joe Gacy. They've now got gold on the main roster. Was Dexter Loomis? I think he might have been 24/7 champion, but I'm not counting that. So yeah, cool for them. Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll came out. Logan Paul into ropes. So he got recovered very quickly from a broken shin. Orton comes out. Drew attacks him. Claymore. Logan smashes up Jelly Roll's drum set. So it's Logan Paul versus Jelly Roll at SummerSlam. Ugh. So Logan Paul, one of the more talented in most of the roster, has to wrestle Jelly Roll. Okay, he's going to get eyes on it because of Logan Paul, but... And you're going to have Jelly Roll win? Your thoughts on new tag team champions and the possibility of Jelly Roll, Logan Paul at SummerSlam?
I like the fact that the Y6 is holding gold. It gives and it adds an extra layer to them. Obviously, they could be supernatural characters, but they can still care about tag team titles and stuff. So I think that's pretty cool. I actually like it. I like Jelly Roll, getting in the ring. I like the idea of it. I like the fact that he's facing Logan Paul. I mean, I guess it's hard to call Logan Paul a celebrity now since he's kind of part of the roster. But it's good for both of them. We haven't seen Logan in a while, so it gives Logan something to do. And Jelly Roll, he's been in the ring. He's been training. So I think it's good. And with Logan being as good as he is, and as fast as a learner as Logan was, I'm expecting a pretty damn good match, between a giant and someone that can move pretty quickly like Logan can.
Before WWE, I'd not heard what Sam Stone knew Jelly Roll is. He's obviously a country singer, but outside of that, no idea. And I never heard of him before WWE, and they say, it's his big name. Is he?
Yes, he's actually a huge name in country music. I mean, The Rock loves him. The Rock, your favorite wrestler of all time, The Rock, loves Jelly Roll.
Well, I don't listen to country music, so
if you listen, knowing how much you love The Rock and The Rock loves Jelly Roll, I would say look him up and see if you like it.
I know he did the SummerSlam. Was it? Yeah, last year's SummerSlam theme, I think. So that's all I know about him.
Look him up.
It's an okay theme.
Look him up. You gotta, Ricky. Sometimes you gotta learn how to explore people's music, man. Just listen to his music. There's a song that The Rock loves from Jelly Roll. I don't remember what it was because The Rock did an Instagram post with Jelly Roll. So you should probably check out that Instagram video and then find the song.
I might do, yeah. If you send it to me and I'll have a listen if you can find it.
Man,
I'm not on Instagram, so I wouldn't know where to look.
Right.
I'm on Facebook, and that's it. Twitter only because of Speed. If Speed didn't exist, I wouldn't be on there either. Logan Paul with a good line here. You got tattoos on your tattoos of kids you don't even see that you're not allowed to see. Like, oh, can't say that, but he did. Truth, Alistair Black, a match no one cared about. It went 5 minutes. Truth grabs a chair for no reason. Roll up, 1, 2, 3. Truth wins. Alistair Black really should be winning. Truth should be putting over Black. And then Truth walks out. They cut to Trish Stratus and Tiffy and Trish backstage coming out like, ugh. So Wade Barrett in the ring, Tiffy and Trish. Naomi comes out, Jake Ogle attacks. Trish and Tiffy did nothing at all. It didn't build a match at all. And then your main event, LA Knight and Jimmy Uso defeat. So Solo takes another pin since becoming champion. This is his second pin. Yeah, that's how you make him look strong, by letting him get pinned. Anyway, LA Knight, Jimmy Uso defeat Solo Sikoa and JC Mateo. The two Bronze attack Knight after the match. Dark match. None of this was really good. Cool for the way it's 6. That's about it. So yeah, your thoughts on Truth winning and LA Knight and Jimmy Uso winning?
I mean, I think the ultimate goal for Truth is to eventually get back to feuding with John Cena. So I think that's actually a good thing. Once again, Aleister Black coming back to WWE, he didn't need to come back here. He didn't need to come back to WWE because there's no place for him on the roster. I was never that big of an Aleister Black fan in the beginning. So him not having anything to do, I really don't care.
Rumors are they're trying to turn Truth heel. That is apparently the rumors. It's just not working.
Yeah, no, that's obviously not even a part. Yeah, no, that didn't work. Whatever they tried to do, it definitely failed. That him cutting his hair and doing all that made him much more of a babyface than anything.
Yeah, he cut that promo and now nothing. Very quickly, nothing. It's just another guy on the roster. Like, ugh, okay.
I mean, it's a lot of talented people on the roster. What can you do? But Aleister Black, yeah, he ain't had nothing to do anyways. So, he wasn't doing much in AEW, so he came back to WWE and still ain't doing that much.
To do nothing. The money must be good for him, but he's doing nothing. Okay,
the money is good, and he gets to work with his wife again. So,
and he's now going into a feud with Damian Priest, but if he beats Priest, that's cool, but And Rusev also come back to do nothing. Again, money must be good for him, but whatever. I'm never going to stand in the way in any of these wrestlers. I want to go to WWE, AEW, TNA, whatever. Off you go. But so yeah, your thoughts on the main event: Knight and Jimmy over Solo and JC Mateo.
I mean, like you said, it's kind of weird that the champion's taking the pin, but it's also in tag action. So plus it's kind of hard to defeat Jay in LA Knight. I mean, that's over beyond over. So
Jimmy's easy to beat. I could beat Jimmy. Easy roll.
In your motherfucking dreams?
Roll at 1, 2, 3. He hasn't won anything for weeks and weeks and weeks. I know he's got a title shot at Saturday Night's main event. Again, the booking is awful. Title shot at Saturday Night's main event. How did he earn that? He didn't. Anyway, we'll move on to an ad here. So I'll play this ad right here. Right, go ahead, go and look on YouTube after we've wrapped up here between now and my Great American Bash watch along, and WrestleCrate unboxing. There'll be an unboxing on that too. Go and check out Marcus' channel. As always, like I said, link in the description. Food and drink reviews. Go and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. As we go into the brand new, new segment last week, done again this week, and that is this one right here. Let me find the thing. Ugh. I can't find it. Okay, this week in wrestling history, I'm gonna have to make one. So, in 2006, July. In 2013, sorry, July 8th, 2013, so the Wyatt's debut. Of course, they debuted, taking out Kane. So yes, what are your thoughts on the Wyatt's debut? Do you remember? Were you watching at that time, or what was your thoughts on it?
So I remember, and by the way, I love this segment, by the way, because who doesn't wrestling history? I remember because I was watching at this time. What year was this? You said
2013, July 8th.
Yeah, I was watching at the time. Yeah, I remember being like, Kane was doing this thing, and then the Wyatt. I wasn't sure. I think the Wyatt theme came on. I was like, that's a cool ass theme, but who the hell is it? Because I didn't watch NXT at the time. And they came out, they attacked Kane. I was like, who the hell are these guys? They look big and intimidating. Harper, Rowan. And I looked at Bray Wyatt. I was like, I know I've seen him before, and I didn't recognize who it was. But I was like, I know I've seen him before, though. But it was an impactful debut. Quite the impactful debut.
In the year 2000, July 9th, at Bash at the Beach, Jeff Jarrett laying down for Hogan. Hogan becoming your brand new world heavyweight champion. We all remember this moment. Hulk Hogan getting creative control, even though he said he didn't. I don't believe Hogan on anything. If Hogan told me it was Saturday, I'd have to Google and check. But your thoughts on...
That was good. That was a fucking good one, dog. I ain't gonna lie. That was really good. That was a funny one. Hulk Hogan can tell you that today is Saturday. I still have to Google it.
Well, he's a notorious liar. He wrestled 400 days in a year.
Right.
How did he do that?
Fucking hell. So, oh man, this is probably my favorite segment that we have right now. Wrestling history. You know what? First of all, I love wrestling history. I love, the fact that, back in the day we had three, a big two and a small one that really made the wrestling landscape a lot of fun to watch. Excuse me. Yeah, like you said, Hogan's a liar, a lying racist bitch. I don't know, when you listen to the story, though, it's like, all right, Hogan had creative control in his contract, and him, Bischoff, and Russo all met in a trailer and talked about the finish to the match and how Jeff was, they was going to have a good match and Jeff was going to win the title. But, Hogan probably hit him with the legendary line of, well, that doesn't work for me, brother. And, flipped it, and Vince was like, fuck it, whatever. And he told Jeff, like, yo, we're gonna pull a John Cena, we're gonna ruin wrestling. You just gonna lay down. And by God, the mock the words of JR, by God, he laid down, and Hogan said, and hey, yo, Russo, this is your doing? This is why this company's going to shit. It's like, whoa, did Hogan just say that? Hogan took the belt, walked away. Russo came out right afterward for this work that turned into for a shoot for a work that turned into a shoot, and it just shot too hard. So hard that Hogan sued Russo for it. And, because Russo went out there like, hey, yeah, that old bag of bones, that piece of shit Hulk Hogan, you ain't gonna never see that motherfucker again. I promise you that. And it's like, all right, what? It's like, yeah, so the WCW championship match that we're going to have is Jeff Jarrett versus Booker T. All right, cool. Booker wrestles another match, and Jeff Jarrett gets to actually wrestle like an actual match. Cool. And, and Booker became WCW World Heavyweight Champion.
And as John Cena wants to ruin wrestling, obviously that's all character. Hulk Hogan actually, but back in the year 2000, people still somewhat thought it was real. Like this and the finger poke of doom, things like that, just kill anything. Just like,
now, let me ask you this: which one you think is worse, the finger poke of doom or Jeff Jarrett's laying down?
probably laying down. I don't know. Both equally as does nothing but kills anything, kills a business completely. So. See, well, it was NWO and NWO, so okay, that makes it a little bit better. But yeah, Jeff Jarrett laying down, just ugh.
Because you know what, I feel like. So here's one of the funnier things about it, because obviously to me the answer, in my opinion, Jeff Jarrett laying down is worse than the finger poke of doom. But here's the funny thing, right? Do you remember how Triple H won the European title from Shawn Michaels?
Probably wasn't watching back then, way before my time. I don't. No, I don't. Was it the same finger poke?
It kind of it was. I feel like personally it was along those lines. You had Triple H fake running the ropes. Shawn Michaels gonna get taking like a shoulder bump. And Triple H did a fake splash onto Shawn Michaels and pinned them 1, 2, 3 for the European title. It was just as bad as the finger poke of doom, in my opinion. Because the finger poke of doom, that was so bad. And mind you, it's so
Goldberg with a cattle prod. Do you think that was bad as well?
That wasn't as bad as the finger poke of doom. Was it bad? Yes, but also I'll say this. Thinking about it in hindsight, it needed to happen because you couldn't have Goldberg just running through everybody, right? Like Goldberg couldn't remain undefeated for long.
Well, yes, they needed a cattle prod to beat him, so that would actually put him over. So
yeah, that actually helped put him over a little bit. I just wish that the opponent was Scott Hall, not Kevin Nash. But it also shows that Scott Hall really never cared about winning world championships. Scott Hall just worried about getting paid. Good, in the wrestling business, that's kind of what it's all about anyway. I mean, checks and championships, as Booker says, but checks matter more than championships.
But in the year 1987, the year I was born, 2 months after I was born, in July 10th, the debut of the Ultimate Warrior. Warrior, great character, crazy as all hell, but he actually changed his name to Warrior. His real name was Warrior. Yeah, your thoughts on your memory, should I say, of the Ultimate Warrior? Your thoughts on the Ultimate Warrior?
I was never a fan. Never a fan of the Ultimate Warrior. He was, to me, he was the epitome of goofy ass wrestling. Because who in the hell? I mean, this dude lived this gimmick, obviously, because like, who the hell would change their actual name to Warrior? That dude was, like you said, he was batshit crazy. Seemed like he was on cocaine, coked out of his mind. Coke and steroids. That's what it seemed like.
In steroids, look at the.
He didn't want to put over Triple H. And he also had a piece of shit match at in WCW at Halloween Havoc. And you know, the One Warrior Nation. Yo, the One Warrior Nation, where Ed Leslie ended up joining him. What the fuck? So
What was he called in WCW? Zodiac Kid? Was that before WCW?
Zodiac. So the Zodiac was in WCW, yeah. That's when he was a part of the Dungeon of Doom. The only words that Zodiac said was yes and no.
Loads of people crap on that, but it was so bad it was good, if that makes sense. And like all's the great powerful alls.
Well, that was before the Dungeon of Doom. Oz was also terrible.
And to finish up this segment here in the year 2005, July 11th saw Matt Hardy invade Raw after going after Edge and Lita. Very much real life stuff. Lita was dating Matt Hardy. Edge came in and took her away from him. So said this was all real, but then played out on TV. Yeah, at the time I thought this was really crazy. Yeah, your thoughts on it?
So funny enough, this is actually during the time period I wasn't watching wrestling. I took a small break from it. I also didn't have cable in 2005. But when I look back at it in hindsight, obviously I learned about it. First of all, boo to Lita, thumbs down to Lita for cheating on Matt Hardy when he was out on injury. So boo that. And yeah, WWE is weird because WWE fired Matt Hardy. Then they rehired him just for this storyline. Just for this storyline, they hired him back. Like, they didn't really hire Matt back for any other reason other than this damn storyline. Which is kind of messed up.
And right about that time, they had a show called Bite This, and people could phone in. People could phone in, and Lita was on it, and Matt Hardy phoned in and was airing all his dirty laundry on it.
Yep. Once again, sometimes you want your in-ring stuff to imitate real life. And I think this is one of those moments that the WWE was not prepared for. Yeah, that's one hell of a storyline. It was real.
Yeah.
Lita made herself a bad guy. She did it to herself. Because why would you sleep? I mean, Edge too, also thumbs down to that man as well. Why would you sleep with a man and why would you sleep with a woman of your best friend, of one of your really good friends in the business? Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazier than hell, man. Tell you.
But we'll move on to the next segment here, which is all about predictions. But who? I can hear you guys question. I can hear you through the screen. Who is the predictions champion? And I'll reveal that in about 1 second here. And the answer is... That is right. Marcus is still, for now, the predictions champion. But can he be the prediction champion at the end of this month 5 shows to predict, so we'll have to wait and see.
I know my wrestling.
We'll begin with my so let's begin with me 1 second here. Let me play it. Press to play it, and there we are. So we're beginning with here. Give me 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Let me get the card up. So the Great American Bash. So we've got Jasper Troy 1-on-1 against Javon Evans. I think Javon can survive this loss. Who have you got, Marcus?
I got Troy. I think Troy's been on a good. He's been okay, but once again, he took Oba to the limit. So I got Troy.
It will be for the women's North American Championship. Izzy Dame, Sol Ruka, who's walking away champion.
I'm going to say Sol Ruka. That Soul Snatcher, man. One of the best finishers in all of wrestling.
I've got Sol Ruka to lose. I think Izzy Dame takes the title. I think it's, she won that title back at Stand and Deliver. I think, take it off her. Why not? For the men's North American Championship in a Falls Count Anywhere match, Ethan Page, Ricky Saints. I think, this is a retention for Ethan. Are you in agreement, or have you got Ricky Saints taking it back?
I wholeheartedly agree. I think Ethan Page is doing a great job as North American champion. I think he's going to retain it.
In the women's tag team match, Jordan Grace, Blake Monroe take on Fatal Influence. Who have you got in this one?
I got Fatal Influence. I have Fatal Influence. I think they're going to do the job. Plus, they also got the girl, one of the girls on the outside. So I think that's going to make the difference.
I think it's an easy win for Blake Monroe. Blake Monroe's going to get the pinfall. She already feels like just another woman on the roster. She doesn't feel above anybody else. So this would certainly make her feel like another.
I disagree. I think she actually feels a little special since she got these cool vignettes. Her debut. It's just that she hasn't been in the ring yet, which is a little disappointing. Because Ricky Saints, for example, when it took like a promo or two, and then it took about 2 promos, and then he finally got in the ring on NXT TV. I'm actually kind of disappointed that Blake Monroe didn't have a match on TV first before having a PLE match.
But I think we'll get into our Evolution prediction, but I think Jordan Blake is winning here because I think it's going to be different for Evolution. But in your main event, Obafemi defends against Yoshiki Nomura. Oba's retaining.
Oh, yeah, the ruler. The ruler is definitely retaining.
I'm going to the AW side of things. There's a card right there for you guys. Somewhere. It's coming on screen in a minute. There it is. So, All In going head to head with Great American Bash. So we'll go to the women's gauntlet match. In it, you've got Chris Statlander, Megan Bain, and I'm not too sure who else. I'll say Chris Statlander. No idea, but that's who I'm picking. Who are you picking?
I'm picking whoever's debuting, like the surprise debut person.
Okay. On the men's gauntlet match, you've got MJF, Ricochet, Mark Briscoe, Bandido, I think, and Mystico. Mystico. MJF, I think, takes the win. Have you got the same?
Oh, yeah, because he hurt people.
Speaking of the Hurt Business, Hurt Syndicate, same faction anyway. Hurt Syndicate.
No, it's not, because MJF's in it.
Patriarchy, Hurt Syndicate, Jet Speed, and Patriarchy defend the AEW Tag Team titles. Hurt Syndicate, are retaining.
Oh yeah, because they hurt people. One of the best
in a non-title match. In a non-title match, Will Ospreay, Swerve Strickland take on the Young Bucks. If the Young Bucks lose, they are no longer EVPs. If Will and Swerve lose, they can't get an AEW title shot up to 1 year. I think Will and Swerve win this. Who have you got?
So if the Young Bucks, what happens if the Young Bucks win?
Will and Swerve can't get a title shot for up to a year.
A world title shot, a tag team title shot? What kind of title shot we're talking about?
World title shot.
Then if the Young Bucks lose,
yes.
Oh no, I got the Young Bucks winning.
Have I just frozen there? Oh dear.
I guess.
Give me 1 second. Oh, am I back on? No. Right, there we go. Sorry about that. So to put my Wi-Fi on because the Wi-Fi was just running slow, so I think I've sorted it. But the TNT Championship, Adam Cole, baby, defends against Kyle Fletcher. I think, yeah, Kyle Fletcher's taking the gold. What do you think?
I've never been a fan of Adam Cole. I think he's overrated. I think he's overrated. So definitely Kyle. I don't even know who Kyle Fletcher is. I'd rather Kyle Fletcher than overrated as Adam Cole.
Yeah. Okada, Kenny Omega, winner emerges a unified champion. You're picking Okada or Omega. Who you got?
I'm picking the one wing angel. The man that's the one wing angel.
Yeah, I think he takes it as well. For the women's AEW championship, it is 6 belts. Mercedes taking on timeless Toni Storm. I think Mercedes does it here. I think she wins a 7th championship. What do you think?
I'm picking the woman that's absolutely timeless.
Adding your main event in a Texas death match. Hangman and Page, John Moxley for the AEW World Championship. I think it's time for Moxley to lose. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. It's time for Moxley to lose the title. It's time for Hangman.
And going right into Saturday night's main event, we'll see LA Knight go 1-on-1 against Seth freaking Rollins. Knight should win this, but Rollins will. Who are you picking?
I got Rollins.
Yeah. Give me a second, put the other pictures up here. It's the Viper, Randy Orton, going 1-on-1 against Drew McIntyre. Neither should be losing. Drew just got back and Jelly Rolls me in Orton's corner, so I'll say Drew, but the answer is neither, so I'll say Drew.
I'm going with Randy.
Okay. Not got a picture for it, but the men's US Championship, Jimmy Uso, Solo's retaining.
I'm gonna go with the Tribal Chief.
Okay. And in your main event, the match that everyone's looking forward to, Gunther takes on Goldberg for the men's world championship. Ugh. Safe answer is Gunther, but there's a world that I see Goldberg walking out world champion and he get a rematch at SummerSlam. Should he? I'm not saying this he should at all. He does nothing for Gunther. He just kills him. He kills his character. He got beat by his 58-year-old man that's not had a match in 3 years, comes in, cuts a pro, and he gets beaten by him. I just can't see Goldberg losing. So I'm going to say Goldberg. Who have you got?
It's not 1998. Gunther.
He should win, but it's just like I said, in the world that I see, Goldberg standing tall at the end of Saturday night's main event tonight, champion. Michael Cole keeps saying, "Oh, why?" And he's saying it every week, so it means something. I said to Goldberg, "What if you win?" And he said, "Oh, very interesting." So he said that weekly. So I don't think this is his last match. I think SummerSlam will be it. Evolution, we've got a Battle Royal match. The winner goes on to get a title shot at Clash in Paris. If she's cleared Bianca Belair, if she's not. Okay, so Steph, right. I'll say Stephanie Vaquer, either Stephanie Vaquer or Bianca, but I'll settle on Stephanie Vaquer. Who have you got?
They get a title match against Stephanie? Who they get a match against?
The winner gets a title shot. If it's SmackDown, it'd be either Tiffany or Trish. If it's Raw, it'll be Io or Rhea.
I got Vaquer, yeah.
In a fatal four-way match for the women's tag team titles, Roxanne Perez and Raquel Enriquez, the Kabuki Warriors, Sol Ruka and Zarya, Alexa and Charlotte. I think Roxanne and Raquel retain here. Who have you got?
I got Alexa Queen.
Okay. In a no holds bar, of course it's a women's match. In a no holds bar match, Naomi, Jade Cargill. Who's your pick to win?
Jade.
Didn't she win at Mania? I think Naomi wins this time. Jade won at WrestleMania, so I think Naomi gets a win back. For the women's IC Championship, Becky Lynch, Lyra Valkyria, Bayley. Becky to retain. Who have you got?
I got Bayley.
Okay. For the women's NXT Championship, Jacy Jane, Jordan Grace. The winner of this goes on next week to face Masha Slamovich. So I think Jacy wins this. So that means Jordan's losing, but it is what it is. Jacy wins this only to lose to Masha. I cannot see Jordan winning this to lose to Masha, and I can't see them TNA wanting both their belts on WWE TV. I think it means a lot more for the NXT title to be on TNA. So I think, yeah, Jacy Jane's winning, but only to lose next week. So she'll not be champion for long. But who have you got?
Jordan.
Do you think she then goes on to beat Masha next week?
Yes.
Okay, we'll do those predictions next week. But yeah, we're giving our prediction away for that one. For the women's WWE Championship, Trish Tiffany, a very easy retain. Yeah, it would mean a lot more Tiffany winning. So yes, Tiffany retains.
Yeah, Tiffany does.
And in your main event, Rhea Ripley, even though Trish is a bigger name, so Trish should be the main event, but I get that she's 50. Tiffany, sorry, Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, women's world title. Who have you got?
Trish is not a bigger name than Rhea. Why are you even saying
It's a Hall of Famer, legend.
Yes, that means she was yesteryear, not this year.
Who have you got?
I got Rhea.
Yeah, I'm going. I think Io retains. I think we get Io Asuka at SummerSlam, and Stephanie takes the title off Io at Clash in Paris, perhaps. Yeah, I think Stephanie, because now Stephanie feels like just another woman on the roster, so she needs something to not make her feel like that anymore.
She got called up too soon.
Now she just does. I think she got like an interview on the last week's Raw, this week's Raw, something just like, yeah. For those that watch main event or latest win was Ivy Nile on main event, well, whoopee. But we play the final ad, then into the final segment, and we're out of here for now. Then I'll be back in 3 hours with Great American Bash watch along with Wrestle Crate unboxing. Let me play this right now. That is right. Go ahead, like, subscribe. And a big thank you to all that watch my shorts. I know obviously watching shorts is a whole lot easier than watching 1.5, 2 hour live. But yeah, so thank you to all you guys that have watched that. Into our final segment here, and that is this one right here. Let me play it. Of course, it is Wrestling Days out. So it's the latest shows I've been to. Let's get this done quickly. So I did pick up, for those fans of comics, Monster Mash wrestling comic. The last show I went to. Yeah, both shows. So I went to wrestling last weekend. Both shows were good. And the next ones I've got coming up, let me quickly show these here, are so this one next Friday. Tickets are still on sale for both of these. So from the UK, from the Leeds area, then purchase a ticket. And then on next Sunday, before Slammiversary, I've got this. So yeah, another packed weekend next week. So then Friday. So Friday and then Sunday. So of course, tune in next week to find out all about the Friday show and our Slammiversary predictions. But as always, Marcus, it is over to you.
All right, folks. What is up this feedback? Hate it.
Say that again.
I can hear myself say something.
StreamYard is just the worst, but we're finishing up here now, so it is what it is.
All right, you guys, remember to subscribe to everything. Make sure you're watching the show. The unboxing. Call a match with Ricky during this watch and just enjoy yourself.
As you right, 3. Like a triple threat of watch alongs coming your way. So in about an hour and a half, 3 hours from now, unboxing Great American Bash watch along. Then of course quiz and Saturday night's main event watch along. Tomorrow night quiz and Evolution watch along, as well as shorts on certain all-in matches. So does Moxley become new? So Hangman Page become new champion? You'll find out my reaction. Mercedes Moné, who wins the gauntlet matches, and yes, so those are the matches I'll probably do. But as Marcus said, as I'm going to say, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in 3 hours from now for some Great American Bash action. I'll see you guys then. But always remember, Ricky J is bringing the British fight, the British bite to the fight.